Hello YouTube, Mr. Evans here with my vlog number 101. Today is Tuesday and the time is 7:45. I'm going to be leaving after this, not quite finished with grading, but I may be finished for tonight, I don't know. Before we jump right into the content, there is something I want to go ahead and address. I think that when I started these videos a year and a half ago, I did so with a general understanding that my colleagues were watching and appreciating these vlogs, if it was happening. If anybody was watching these, it was my colleagues, the other teachers. That's sort of who they were aimed at. And so I didn't really mind getting specific or slightly specific, as long as I didn't name names, as long as I made sure that the other teachers wouldn't know who I was talking about. And I think that I have been a little bit blind to what's going on, and I did not realize that there were so many students watching vlogs this year. It just has never happened before. I haven't had that many students that are actually watching these videos, and so I have not done a very good job of taking care to keep the specifics out of it. So I want to just take a moment to apologize. If you have seen my channel, you may have noticed that all of the videos prior to this one are gone. Because I'm going to be making an effort to keep things way more general and kind of switch up the format a little bit, make it a little bit more focused and more direct. I think, when I first started this, I had this idea that I was going to go in with a theme in every vlog, and then I just kind of ran out of ideas and started just talking about the day, and then that became me like really getting into the day until I was making these 15, 16-minute videos of basically just me complaining about all of the things that had bothered me that day. And that really was not fair to those students because, hopefully, I'm hoping it hasn't happened very often that a student has watched one of these videos and said, yeah, that's me. But if that has happened to you, I apologize. And I hope you can keep in mind that these vlogs, the only intention I ever really had with them was to just show what was going on in my mind, which changes from day to day. My perception is always changing. And so if you saw you never heard your name on a video, but if you saw a vlog and you thought that's probably me, just please keep in mind that it's just me talking about my feelings. That's what it became. But that wasn't my intention. And so I want to kind of take these vlogs in a slightly new direction. Same thing, I still want to talk about what's on my mind, but now I want to do it in a more general sense. Not about the day in general, but about just what I'm thinking about. And I also want to try to make them shorter. So I want to try to bring in a more concrete structure that I can follow to avoid specifics. I don't really have one in place right now. I have some ideas that I'm bouncing around, and so I might be trying them out on future vlogs. So don't be surprised if the length and format of these vlogs change in the future. By the way, those previous vlogs that are gone now, I still have them. They're not gone forever, so don't worry. They're all private, and they're going to stay that way. But on to today's content, I think it kind of ties in. I made some decisions in going forward with these vlogs that they may not have been the best decisions, and again, I apologize for that. But that's kind of what I want to talk about today: decision making, and the fact that all teachers at their core are humans. That's what I started these vlogs to show. I started them to show, we have emotions, we have feelings, and what we go through really does get to us sometimes. And the positives do too, when a day goes well, we're really happy about that. But the area where I haven't talked about that so much is decision making. And I started thinking about that last night. I started watching this show on Netflix called The October Faction. And there's this one scene where the main character is taking a test in his history class, and he finishes way early, and he does an amazing job because he's just really well educated. And he gives it to his teacher, and he's just like, I am finished, this is perfect, and now I'm going to take a walk to the bathroom with the remaining 36 minutes. So I'll be going very slowly. And the teacher is just like, that is not how a quiz works, and he just like pops off on the student. And you're supposed to, as a viewer, watch that and think that the teacher is the bad character. But, ever since I became a teacher, I've been watching these with sort of a more critical eye. And I think, the teacher should not have reacted the way he did on that show. Absolutely not. But at the same time, what would the correct reaction have looked like? Because we never know how our decisions are going to play out in the future, and we always are just making the best choice we can. I had a friend who said the research shows, which I haven't seen this research myself, so I don't know, but he said teachers have to make more decisions, like per minute, than in any other profession. And they're not all going to be perfect. We do the best we can with the information we have, but we never have all the information. We never have all the answers. And in that case, with the teacher, the thing I would have been thinking if it had been me was, if I let the student do this, how will that affect my other students? And it probably would have been not good. They would have been like, well, okay, write some nonsense answer. Okay, I'm done too, let me go. So it's things like this where sometimes I think teachers make decisions that may not seem fair or right or just, but I hope that my students can trust that I'm making the best decisions I can, which is a huge reminder that there is a lot of faith required on the part of our students. There are so many things that we ask them to do. I mean, really, school in general requires a lot of faith, right? Because they're coming in and they're learning these things that they may not see immediately how they're going to apply these things. And we're just asking them to just have faith. We're asking our students to just have faith that you're going to use this stuff one day. And although I try to talk about how does this apply to your actual life, I'm never going to be able to do that with everything. And so to the students who are working your hardest, thank you so much, because I know a lot of faith does go into that. Faith that we're making the decisions that we think are best for you. And so I want to close this vlog with our wonder quote of the day, which is, love a little more each day. And I encourage all students and teachers to do this. Not all of our choices are going to be perfect, and that's just the truth of life. But hopefully, as you try to bring more light and positivity into your life, as I try to bring more light and positivity into my life, each day going forward will make it easier for us to have faith in one another and trust that we're going to lead each other to a good place. So I'm thankful to all these students that understand that learning is a partnership that requires work on both sides. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this vlog. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I will talk to you again tomorrow. That's it for me, so bye-bye, YouTube.